That's
Okay.
undeniable.
Okay. You know what? Good at work, good at business.
Yeah.
Now, going into the bands. Paquito,
Wow.
the Kadita,
Yeah.
and the Ling.
They watch the match,
Yeah.
I think. For
But it's
the
not
ONIC match.
Albert.
Yeah, it's not Albert, but I think in general, you just don't want to give the Kadita to a team like ONIC. And it's great, like all the three heroes that we mentioned, the Paquito, Ling, and Fanny, all of them just showed up in the bands now. And I think, yeah, this shifts the contention point in the draft between, of course, XP lane picks and the mid laner pick as well.
And with this kind of respect ban, I think a lot of like a powerful heroes gonna open. Like for
Yeah.
example, Joy, Gaja,
Yeah.
or even the others like Arlott is free.
Yeah, and during the challenge season, Arlott,
Angela?
Flapteasy was a massive menace on that Arlott pickup. They take out the Uranus ONIC. That's also respect towards BREN. They played that to great success during IESF. Just have to do a quick shout out to a player, Havos, spelled Xbox, that played for IESF there in Team SIBO. But now, you mentioned Arlott. I wouldn't mind an Arlott first pick right now.
I mean, what about a Valentina? I kind of feel like that's the safest. So
Oh, especially up against Sans.
yeah. So
true.
even if ONIC picks out something like the Angela, it's like, we got that too. Papi, poo.
For the heart guide.
Yeah.
So he can steal it and just
Abuse
saving
it.
his friends.
Yeah.
But the difference is like you cannot spamming the love wave like
Yeah.
Angela, right?
Yeah.
But you can still can use the Arcane Strike if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're not wrong, I think.
Yeah, still a great amount of utility being dished out. So yeah, the Valentina gets picked up. Fredrin taken away from as an option from Kaltizi. This is still a massive flex pick for ONIC, so we don't know where it's gonna go. But
Wow.
as far as I understand, Fredrin in the EXP lane has not been doing good in MPL Indonesia. So right now it's looking like that might actually be a jungle pick for ONIC.
But do you realize, Rafael and Renmar, after this new patch, I think the option for the Marksman Gold lane are smaller.
Yeah.
It's only between Cloud, Beatrix, or
Beatrix.
Leslie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Only 3 heroes shows up. Melissa shows up, but like
not as much as before.
3 of them are more priority.
Yeah, even Nate, and along with those that you mentioned, Harith also a really good option.
Yeah,
if they
but-
want to play APC.
Yeah.
But top of the standings, man, is Claude.
Oh, for sure. He's
The
just
strongest.
so dependable. Once he hits that power spike, it opens up so many avenues of play. Split push. Of course, you got to watch out for that blazing duet. Now, AP BREN, they decide to pick up a Minotaur, played to great success as well by Ogwen during IESF, and also a
Whoa.
Terizla, a pick that I'm actually surprised BREN Esports, AP BREN started playing more during IESF on the hands of Flapteasy.
A lot of CC there.
Yeah, crowd control.
Is it
for
okay to pick it up
days.
this early, though?
I'm all right with it, honestly. If that's something that they want to do, they're really comfortable with it, and the playstyle surrounding a Terizla pickup with how fast it can clear waves, how well it can sustain the lane, I'm okay with it.
Okay. Because, again, AP BREN is being very honest. We know where the Minotaur is going.
Yeah.
We know where the Risk King is going. We know where Valentina is going.
Yeah.
So, not a lot of surprises here. ONIC can just ban out the junglers.
Jungler.
Yeah.
And the gold lane. But AP
Ban
BREN need to
Leslie?
think about DG maybe for the roamer, because it
Yeah.
can like mess up some timing from the AP BREN when they do the team fight or they do the setups. Especially when the penalty zone is coming out and then the Minion Fury, DG just do the time journey to
Yeah.
like let their friend escape.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that will be the ban here for AP BREN, unless they are willing to go up against that. Because right now, that's why I feel like that's why also ONIC took out the picked up the Farsa for themselves, so that they don't have to worry about it. Even though there's no other way AP BREN would pick it up, but yeah, a Diggy would be fantastic for ONIC. I agree.
So now ONIC, what do they want to ban out here? Either another jungler or the Leslie.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Leslie can be the counter of Cloud.
Yeah.
It can be possible if they want
Yeah.
to ban it. But if they are afraid, like from the assassins, okay, Hellcurt.
Hellcurt.
Hellcurt is good too.
Interesting.
Because,
Yes.
Yeah, when Cloud is coming, Cloud can be silent and
Yeah.
cannot using his blasting duet.
Yeah, and that's such an amazing read, because actually this is one of the conditions of AP BREN back in MPL Philippines Season 11 when they started drafting Hellcurt more,
Yeah.
is if they're up against either a Farsa or an Eve.
Oh.
Static Artillery Mage, AP BREN will pick up Hellcurt. But there's another pick actually that I was surprised AP BREN showed up during
Sure.
IESF. Alpha. It's an
Alpha.
option for them in the jungle. They have played Alpha already.
Yeah, especially the ultimate from Alpha can cancel the blasting duet from Cloud because
Yeah.
it's a knock-up effect.
Yeah, it will be able to cancel it. And it's just going to be a quick press, right? You see the Claw going, it's like, "Pak." That's going to be canceled right away.
I'm liking the Kufra ban as well because Keyboy is kind of unfair on that hero. But to be fair, Keyboy in general is kind of unfair.
Yeah,
He's not human.
He's just gotten so much better, especially after MSC.
Dude.
Like, when we saw him.
ONIC just transferred him from outer space.
Yeah,
Wow.
They went and discussed with NASA to give
Yeah.
permission to go into space, go to a random planet. It's like, yo, Keyboy, you want to play? And it's like, my name's not Keyboy, it is now. And then he gets
No.
into ONIC.
So Kiba is an alien.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they take it
Florian.
away from Ogwen. We were mentioning this, and I thought this was going to be a factor because we haven't seen Keyboy play heroes like this. ONIC in the first game against BREN show up and say, we can play it too, and we're not giving it to you because we're respecting it.
But I'm thinking about with Florian and Fredrin on the jungle side, and they can just use the EXP laner or the damage dealer, for example, or maybe Lapu Lapu, maybe Yuzong that can be on the back line because the most probability they're gonna pick Beatrix on the gold lane.
Yeah, Beatrix, man.
Yeah, with Yuzong they can just easily dive in and don't need to afraid of the HP bar because they have Florian there. They have the global
But
heal.
Yuzong in jungle?
That's
You don't know it's
No,
going
no,
to be
no.
a
Joy.
Whoa, who's there? Is this
Joy
Jungle
and
Joy?
Beatrix. I think it is going to be a jungle Joy,
Yeah, most
Ro,
likely.
Minotaur, and EXP Terizla.
Interesting. Okay. All right, it's a more aggressive lineup coming in from AP BREN, honestly. Because if they want to really make the most out of this Joy, they will want it to farm up as quickly as possible.
yeah,
They're
but
going to be looking for fights.
the mobility from Minotaur and Terizla are terrible on the early game. Maybe the Joy will come for them.
Yeah.
Not that Terizla gonna like roaming to the mid lane or even like go to the bot lane.
Oh, no, but that's the playstyle of AP BREN and Flat Peasy, actually. Fast wave clear and he'll invade or rotate immediately. It's slower compared to others, but because of the fast wave clear, it sort of like balances it out. And there's the last pick there for ONIC. It's going to be the Arlot.
All right, so in terms of team fight, I'm kind of looking at ONIC a little bit more here. More traditional draft. Coming in from AP BREN, I'm a little bit unsure. I'm really curious. Leo, Gideon, which draft do you guys like better?
I'm a big fan of what AP BREN are doing, given that it's a good mix of a revival and something new. But, Gideon, we're both wondering what's up with the Florian.
It's innovation. It's a way to say, hey, we're here to stand out. We're here to practice what we have been concocting, as some people may say. My name is Gideon Q. This is going to be Leo here at the caster stand, caster's background, as we're going to be taking care of you guys throughout this game. And once again, the experimentation from both sides, really, really interesting concepts.
Yep, and just the same, we have to note, it's a first for both of them. BREN Esports, formerly known as, now AP BREN, it's their first outing as this franchise. ONIC, our MSC champions, their first time coming out from that big tournament, now here in SPS. We're at a fork here.
Look, we are at a crossroads, but I definitely believe that ONIC has something inside of them that will be able to overcome. And especially looking at that draft, I mean, it definitely follows my personal beliefs of, you know, keep it standard. If you want to innovate, tweak it ever so slightly. Not as crazy as AP BREN.
Hey, IESF Asia Oceania qualifiers, AP BREN took over on behalf of Team Philippines. I'm with them here, and I think Sans coming back up off of less than stellar health might be a factor. That's what I'm saying. I love Kyrie, I love Yeb, I love ONIC, but AP BREN here has my heart, and we're about to see exactly how they're going to be reviving and bringing back Jungle Joy. I'm not a big fan, honestly, but they picked it. They picked it when it was so open to play lands.
Here's the thing. When you're looking at a composition like this, it's all about, like, do you have the mechanics to kind of follow it up? Do you have clean communication? Because there is a very large margin of error. If somebody says, oh, my ability is up a little bit too late, it could be too late. And everything could just start crumbling right at the 3rd minute of the game. So I'm hoping that this early game goes well for AP BREN. So maybe we could see a bit of a back and forth, but we'll just have to see.
That's right. We saw in game 1 and 2 of the previous series, one of them had a Joy in it. And yeah, there was some hesitation, and we were hoping that it's not here in Kyle Teasy's Joy this time around in the jungle. We want to see him perform, so we're up for a good fight. You see, Kyrie picking up an old favorite here, the Fredrin. So yeah, both lineups have a solid amount of pre-patch in it.
I mean, the concepts and ideas are definitely going to be there, but nothing too out of the ordinary for now, right? We're seeing that the starts from either side hasn't really changed too much. I mean, an early level 2 for few, which means that Little Wander should fall into the hands of ONIC Esports, no problem.
Yep, and here down bottom, you see that in the hands of Cheweski, CWski, one of the most, I'd say, dominant heroes. I don't want to use the word broken, in the Claude going up against the Beatrix of Super Mario, as if it wasn't enough, right? Keyboy forces a two-man defense. There has to be a babysitting gold lane dynamic between them, and that'll definitely slow things down up until ONIC is ready. So yeah, our analysts were right. BREN want to go very, very fast. AP BREN want to be very aggressive, and it's up to ONIC to see where they can find the windows to clap back.
Exactly. I mean, ONIC, they want to play more flexibly as they start rotating to this top side. We might see that FlapTZ could get punished off of this. Boots not in position to actually capitalize, and this means that FlapTZ is... Wait, hold on. Few actually joining the party. Kyrie's trying to get back out of there as Boots slowly peels them away. He's not level 4, but we do see a retribution being used. They have to back off.
Yep, that was a 3-man engage on the 2. Stands a wee bit late, maybe 3 or 4 seconds to the scene, and this will allow AP BREN to go for this turtle pull. As far as I can see, man, it's as free as it gets. ONIC shouldn't even think of contesting.
Exactly. That's why you're seeing Sans use his feathered airstrike to clear the waves. We're seeing that Kyrie's not even walking up to the turtle side. They don't mind. Wait, bottom side, we do see that CWski is about to kill Super Marco in that lane after the blazing duet. With nobody else to back him up, there's no way to confirm the kill.
Good news for BREN. They are able to get Super Marco that cart, but wait. Oh, Kyle TZ does secure the purple here, and there's a penalty zone!
They find it onto Boots, who goes for the final splash, cancels out the stolen feathered airstrike, and now the clap back on even Sans, taunting his opponents, knowing that all the abilities have been canceled. ONIC Esports goes back into their own base.
All right, so the tempo is on ONIC, right? They understand that as long as we don't die and we put enough gold and EXP on CWski, it should be all right. And it's not like Sans ain't playing with fire. A lot of firepower on this Farsa. But just the same, we haven't really seen AP BREN dive yet. What's up with this? What's up with the... I don't want to call it hesitation, but maybe AP BREN is waiting as well for an all-in, maybe 4-man, 5-man engage.
I mean, that's how they've been playing so far, right? Even on the top side in the early minutes of the game, we saw that AP BREN were taking a very safe route into responding to how ONIC Esports' flexibility is going to be. So it's a battle of information, and I think this is something that Ogwen can really take full advantage of, because Keyboy, he's not exactly the toughest boy in the world. Kyle TZ on top of him, forcing out the ult as well. They back away.
That's as good a situation as it is for a lone Florin, right? You were talking about how he's not a tough boy. He's far from that. He's actually very, very soft. Yeah, Keyboy is slowly building up defense items, but he's on a support emblem, so he doesn't have the extra HP. Now, top 1v1!
Oh no, it's not looking good. FlapTZ is top boots on the ropes, and he made sure that all of his abilities were down as well. Good trades from FlapTZ.
All right, there was nothing ONIC got out of that. Usually when you see these 1v1s and these odd situations that you see amazing players like Boots in, there's usually something else, a shenanigans across the map. But here, AP BREN just made sure, isolated. FlapTZ versus Boots, FlapTZ wins.
Exactly. I mean, that's just a mechanical mistake, right? Boots, unfortunately, didn't have any means of escape, and using all of his abilities as well. Ogwen and FlapTZ now trying to zone away the rest of ONIC Esports. They jump into the middle of 5 penalty zone onto Kyrie's side. Minoan Fury to slow them down, but unfortunately, it's Boots who falls first. Kyrie's trying his best, but the turtle is slowly slipping away from him. Bonk. Goes for the bonk. Kyle TZ wins out the retribution fight, and now Kyrie, left all by himself, still manages to get back up, but they're not going to let him get away that fast. Sans not in the fight at all. Ogwen looking to punish even more as Keyboy dies underneath the turret.
You get nothing, sir. BREN, AP BREN, walking away with 4, giving away nothing. Second turtle out, they're 2K ahead. Barreling away 5 minutes in, committing Grand Theft Orange. Kyle TZ crossing borders where he has no business doing so, and this allows the gold lane to open up. Super Marco, he can win this 1v1, but CWski learned from what happened to Boots. He's like, no, AP BREN mean business.
Yep, they really do, and the scary part is that Ogwen is actually nearby, but Tribe-Rush is going to open up the map as Kyrie starts walking up, opens up the map even more, finds Fune as well as Kyle TZ, and now we see the rotation start to be made, right? Again, a big clump in that mid side. We're not expecting ONIC Esports to go for this fight.
Interesting response from from AP BREN, right? Something tells me they knew this dynamic even before the game started, even before seeing ONIC's first layout, before that first rotation. They're like, yeah, they're going to try to take it slow. How about we answer back with a 3 or 4 man rotation every single time?
To be fair, when AP BREN was flying all the way down here to Jakarta, Indonesia, they had a lot of time. It's a long flight between Saudi Arabia and as well as Indonesia.
14 hours.
14 hours worth of research you could be doing on the plane.
Not even counting the time you were at the airport just waiting, right? Kyrie caught out here by Ogwin, the big cow. Saying hi. Now CW ski. All right, safe enough with the BMI out.
I mean, I don't think Ogwin wants to lose his flicker for a Purify, right? I think we all know that's not exactly the best trade in the world. E-Boy, he does spot out the rest of them, but notice the CW ski, he's starting to disrespect the space a lot, and the damage, even just from few, is more than enough to take him out.
Valentina post-patch is just so good. And again, having stolen Florin's ult allows for AP BREN to actually overextend. And Keyboy, he's been getting away with more than a soft little Florin should in the early game, but just the same, look at AP BREN. They understand the dynamics here. 4v4 just waiting to happen.
All right, they start walking up, but again, the turtle is already gone before ONIC Esports gets remotely close. Calteezy just playing really, really well, to be fair. He's already level 10 in comparison to Kyrie, 2 levels down.
Tis clean for a JJ. We here aren't big fans of a JJ. If anyone in the talent squad is, we haven't heard from them just yet. But now look at Stans. Put on a third of his health. Feathered airstrike!
Forced it out as early as he can to protect this tier 1. It might still just fall. Super Marco will take it out, but he's already low. Florin already, the ult has been stolen at the same time to keep themselves alive. ONIC Esports trying to punish, but AP BREN says no.
Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Just like how we expect ONIC to play around and dodge these huge fights up until they're ready, AP BREN can do the same. So yeah, talk about a re-engage, talk about an all-in 4-5 man team fight. The fact that they have a Valentina in the hands of the idol of the kids, few, makes anything AP BREN want to do possible. AP, anything is possible.
I mean, I'm starting to see the relationship here, right? AP BREN are looking very clean, they look very calculated, but more so, they look extremely prepared for the ONIC movements, and even with the itemization as well, right? Just understanding where... Hold on,
whoa.
He's underneath the turret, but he's still in trouble. Calteezy takes him out. Lethal ignition difference.
Doing work, 3-0-1, as if that XP lead for Kyle wasn't enough on Kyrie. Oh, it's getting worse. They're taking objectives right in their face.
Yep, Kyrie's locked out Flatteezy for now, but the rest of them, even Ogwen, he's still telling the rest of the team this may not be the best. Look at the bottom side. We don't have to fight. We could just play the map.
And yeah, that's what we were talking about, right? AP BREN can do whatever they want. Oh, here comes Blazing the Web!
The penalty zone after the feathered airstrike. Even so, the Minnow can't stop everybody. Super Marco is still alive with the electrifying beast. Calteezy tries to take out Keyboy, but he ends up losing his life to Kyrie anyways. Oh no! Doesn't get the ult off in time. Flapteezy walks away 3-for-1 trade.
9 minutes incoming. AP BREN looking at a 5K gold lead. They can make a beeline for 2 major objectives here. Tier 1 in mid and the big lord. Calteezy's not here, but just the same, ONIC can't even contest, can't even think about it. Something else that's worse, they might even go for Grand Theft Purple. ONIC is going to lose so much off of that 3-for-1.
I mean, the bleeding is now starting to overflow. It's coming to a point where ONIC Esports must respond to AP BREN. If not, AP BREN, they don't mind playing this as slow as ONIC wants to, but the tempo is always in their favor.
I'm looking for critical mass. I'm looking for that window that ONIC might find to punish AP BREN, but just the same, that's a long shot. That's a long-term goal. I got to be real with y'all. Sonics, ONIC Sobat, you know what's up, right? You guys are MSC champions. You guys are MPLID back-to-back champions. But just the same, when you're down 6, 7K against AP BREN at 8-1 approaching 10 minutes, and you got a Lord down bottom, where does it come from? Especially since the Valentina, few can always find what? At least 2 solid ults. You have the final slash and the heal.
Keyboy as well as CWSki makes it out of the middle area, but Keyboy's already put low, forced getting hit by the Shadow Strike. And now the Feather Airstrike is not in range, forcing CW to go back in with his duo open. He moves even further forward as they pull a double kill. Now Calteezy in the back, the Electrified Beast does not find Keyboy in time. Kyrie holds the line with the help of CW. He's all by himself, but he will buy just enough time.
Eventually, CWC does fall. Super Marco never misses. And that's the first win we can call for ONIC, but they're still losing objectives on the way out. ONIC keeping this gold lead down to 6 to 7K. If that went the other way around, oh, wait.
Oh! He has to use his flicker. Thank goodness that he was waiting for Sans to actually respond to that. Well done for both sides. A good defense for ONIC Esports, and most importantly, they still keep their inhibitors.
All right, so we were asking the question, where could the clapback come from? That's how. Maybe if they're able to rope-a-dope around the remaining objectives, and at this point, we're just talking about inhibitors, maybe they can find a punish on ONIC, on BREN, right? Because ONIC, they know the situation. They know what's going on. And looking at the item game here so far, Chewe, he's done about 1,500.
That's actually not too bad.
That's not bad. That's not bad looking at 9 and 3.
Yeah, that's the thing. AP BREN has continuously taken all these neutral objectives and more importantly, taken away most of the structures from ONIC Esports. So you would expect CW to be in a more dire situation. But I think a lot of this comes with the unique passive from Keyboy on this floor. He has been switching that bloom so many times between Sans, between Boots, sometimes, and most importantly, he's hovering over a CW ski.
Yep, so that recall button on Keyboy matters. He has to play out of his mind macro-wise. His mechanics, no doubt, no question. You've seen him take kicks like nobody's business. Yowie's shaking in his boots, man, given how well Keyboy was playing in MSC. But at this point, at this juncture, they have to do more than that. So yes, macro-wise, look at that, another juggle, right? CW Ski, it's your turn on the bloom.
Exactly. It's beautiful to see, right? Really abusing the mechanics and especially the unique passives coming in from these heroes. But here's where it's going to get extremely dangerous, right? I think, Sans in no position to fight anymore.
Yep, so no Feathered Airstrike, huge firepower difference here. Let's see, they're playing with space. Even CW Ski felt the wrath.
The damage. There's just so much. Keyboy's going to top them off in the meantime, but I think BREN, they have to kind of speed the pace up. Looking at where the waves are, it doesn't look like the waves are in anybody's favor, really. So I think they're just going to back off, fix the waves, do some housekeeping, and then go back to the Lord.
Yep, this is one weakness that both lineups have. They can't juggle two lanes at the same time. Maybe with Sans, but since they're sitting at a deficit, he can't really do that very well. Oh! Touche! Few and Sans. Mid lane is understood. Firepower, ow.
Yeah, it hurts, but don't worry, they can still top themselves up. CW, he's going to run into the middle as Owen is already getting caught. The penalty zone doesn't catch the right targets. I mean, no, Fury does! Boots in trouble! Now CW, he's out already. The final slash is good. Joy is able to take away the Lord as they stop funneling in. Now, Kaltizi, he's going in!
Sans, he knows, there's a flicker in! Few gets one!
He finds it! Keyboy dodges just in time, but unable to keep his teammates alive. CW Ski is going to attempt fate once more.
And just like that, ONIC find themselves facing down the barrel of AP BREN's loaded gun. Lord marching down through mid, waves managed well. Throughout the mayhem, throughout the chaos, good news for ONIC, they were able to push a tier 1 in bottom. But just the same, another enhanced minion wave has spawned given the Luminous Lord that AP BREN scored for them. Gideon, we're looking at about 9K, 10K ahead at 14 minutes. At least 2 inhibitors. I could swear, at least 2 inhibitors.
I mean, we're going to see one guaranteed to fall. Feathered Airstrike is going to come out while Boots clears the waves at the same time. They're hoping to maintain at least the top one as well. But Kaltizi isn't going to make it easy, right? Trying to punish whoever walks up. They managed to recover at least 2 of their inhibitors, but now the second wave about to collapse.
My math was off. I have been proven wrong by our MSC champions in ONIC. So just the same, I have to mention, a punish is still inevitable. We're waiting for Sans to get his Feathered Airstrike down. There is an ultimate on the Arlet. Feathered Airstrike gets pulled in. Let's see how the minions survive.
Yep, Flap barely taking any damage, but Kyrie locks down too as CW gets into the backline. The penalty zone is already good. Minion Fury doesn't connect.
Kyrie put down at a 1/5 of his health. He's looking for more.
Kyrie, he tries his best, but Keyboy, again, his stun. It's not instantaneous. It's a good setup, but there's no way for the rest of ONIC to get back in that fight.
And now they're looking for the re-engage. BREN sent back to steal the orange, and now back to the inhibitor.
Once again, they really want to take this out. Wait, Kyrie, he's slowing it up. Feathered Airstrike comes again, but Fatizi, he's so tanky. He's eating these Feathered Airstrike shots like it's breakfast.
And throughout that whole debacle, spanning about a minute and change, ONIC maintains 2 inhibitors. What are these guys made of?
literally just iron. Just iron. I don't know what they eat in the morning. I think it's tough to imagine that at this stage of the game, even the Holy Crystal, it feels like Sans is still recovering from sickness.
Yep, you can see. But his mechanics are still on point, and I'm guessing he's making up for it in macro. Because what kind of team who's down 10K is able to do that, right? And maintain this kind of map presence and still build on their cores, right? You're looking at Sans and you're looking at CW Ski, right? Cheweski. Looking at their item game. Oh, dude. CW, much respect. He's dealing a lot of damage, yes, but also he understands the fact that I need a defensive item.
Yeah.
He's on his way to possibly an Athena's shield, right?
Yes.
Looking at Sans, though, who has died a couple of times already as well, he needs maybe one more core item before he can deal much more damage. So that I'm looking at that as a Divine Glaive on the way.
We saw the damage numbers earlier. It looks like, Sans is not the problem here. I think, the biggest problem is the fact that they're not canceling out the right abilities at the right time. So Boots, keep your eyes on him. If he finds that position, that final slash could be the table turner. Now, Kyrie, he's walking up Sans, already using the wings by wings view. He sees an opportunity, but he only has... Oh, the penalty zone connects!
And as well, let me know on Fury!
He's going even further forward. Our Praises Ref finds Few, and now the back line is under attack as CW Ski doesn't want to go anywhere forward. He sees the damage, he sees the problem, but he cannot address it.
Look at these enforcers, the three frontliners for AP BREN, allowing Kyle Teasy to secure the Lord.
Oh no, it's 3v1. CW Ski can only do so much. He walks away. Keyboy is going to keep him topped up, but nah, Bren's not going to be able to get this.
Kyle Teasy with a 1v1 off cam!
Unfortunate indeed. Sans not having his flicker, using the wings by wings earlier on to position himself for this Lord fight. This is where AP BREN need to close out the game.
And now with this Luminous Lord marching down through mid, it's gotta be this one. It's gotta be this one. Hasclaws right now on Marco, yet to die. Top lane inhibitor goes. This could be it.
Yep, tries to collapse, but now with this Luminous Lord, it's a little too strong for them to put their minds all together. Can they actually do much? No, BREN, they're taking their time, waiting for the Maneuver Fear to come down. CW gets in, the penalty zone collapses on top of him, he gets knocked up, and now the final splash to slow them down. Feather Air Strike from Sans to get it, but no, AP BREN focused on the structures.
There was just too much going on underneath that base. And even with that clutch Feathered Airstrike from Gila Sans, it was just too close. Game 1 goes to AP BREN.
That was a tough one. Really tough for ONIC in a matter of